first honoree is Murray Seeman, class of 1954. Murray was a lawyer who served in the military courts during World War II and received a special commendation for his work. Among the positions he held following discharge from the U.S. Army were Commissioner of the New York State Pension and Retirement Systems and Special Referee in the New York Supreme Court proceedings. He has also written and lectured on biblical archaeology and history and is the co-founder of the Long Island Society of the Archaeological Institute of America. Murray?
Yeah. This is my one and only wife. That's an accomplishment because only a few weeks ago I passed my 100th birthday. You're very kind. Thank you. Take your seat, Lee. I'm going to talk a little differently, if I can stay alive that long. Someone mentioned tears, and I can tell you, as I look back on the days at Brooklyn College, and when that happened, involuntarily, I bring tears to my eyes. When I went to school at Brooklyn, school was located at Court Street, at Joralemon, and at Liberty, and at Willoughby. We didn't have the gorgeous campus that you have. And every once in a while, somebody made a song from a class in Joralemon to a class in Willoughby, and they put it to a song. And it used to make us laugh, but that's the way it was. Now, I'm not surprised, even though a little awed, at all the scholastic accomplishments that the college graduates have achieved. And I'm proud of them. And I feel proud myself at having attended Brooklyn College. It was exceptional to everybody, but it was exceptional to me, particularly because I never lived in Brooklyn. I made some notes, but I forgot where I put the notes. At any rate, I was in the Army. I don't know, I'm sure that many of you were in the Army, but I was in the Army for 5 years. And I served in Morocco, in Italy, and in France. And the person as I am, I got along very well with the population I had, to the extent that it was possible. And they were experiences that live within me all the time. It isn't that I can't get rid of them, I welcome them, and it makes me feel good, and it brings tears to my eyes. At any rate, I did have a few accomplishments, and I must say, like some of the others have said, they were due not in small part to my attendance and accomplishments and appreciation for the time that I spent in Brooklyn College. I served in the Allied military government in Naples. And I never took Italian as a language, but I studied by myself. I told my folks while we were there to send me an Italian grammar and dictionary. And they did. And I studied. And I served in a court there in Italy. And I spoke and understood Italian without interpreters. That's not bad, is it? For someone who was, well, I could say that I could appreciate it, at least in part, to the accomplishment of learning that Brooklyn College afforded me. I always have a warm spot in my heart when it comes to Brooklyn College. And we all, I'm sure, feel the same way. While I was there, Brooklyn College has two parts. There was the women's division and the men's division. I think my last year there, when I was there, they were consolidated. But all while I was there was a women's division and a men's division. And I was sort of sweet on somebody in the women's division. You know, I remember her name. I haven't seen her since. Her name was Sylvia Lopatkin. I don't know if there's anybody here with that name. But where I live now, I live in Great Neck. Great Neck, in case you don't know it, has 9 villages. Each village has a mayor and a board of trustees and one thing and whatnot. And I was successful as being a mayor, and it was a good experience. However, I didn't see this girl that I had just mentioned, Sylvia Lopatkin, from the time I left school. And I often wondered what happened. So one day, I read in the local school papers that Sylvia Lopatkin was running for mayor in the village of Russell Gardens. I think it was Russell Gardens. It might have been one of the other villages, 9 villages. All of them had mayors. And I was the mayor of one of them, incidentally. But anyway, I saw that, and my eyes opened up, and I looked forward, and my heart started to beat faster because I was going to meet this girl with my that I was so enamored of. So I called up, and I said, "Are you Sylvia Lopatkin?" The answer says, "Yes." I said, "Did you go to Brooklyn College?" She said, "No." I was so disappointed. Isn't that something? The travails a man has to go in life. But I want you to know that Lee, who you just met, is my one and only wife. And she herself is a village official in North Hempstead, in the village of North Hempstead. Okay. Now, I don't know what else I have to say, but probably isn't worth hearing anyway.